everyone, it's Carrie over at Double Click. Welcome back to my craft room. Today I'm joining in the hashtag Embellish With Us Wednesday, hosted by Raina at Lilo's Crafts and Marianne at Marianne's Craft Corner. I will be sure to link both of their channels down below. Today I decided to make a typewriter because I also wanted to join it in a different hashtag, which I will be posting. This is the typewriter that I used. I am in love with how it came out. I cut it a few times to get the layers. It's super sturdy. This is the die that I used to create it. It's the Sizzix Tim Holtz Retro Type, the typewriter. I used this paper that I hold from a yard sale. It's the Prima Pad, really nice papers in there. And I used this old Martha Stewart flower punch, and I just used the small ones and I layered them up a few times. I used some pom-pom trim from Hobby Lobby, and I'm gonna go ahead and insert a clip of how I made the background for this die that originally cut out like this. I'm going to show you how I made the background for this Sizzix die. This is the die. This is the Retro Type, the typewriter. So you can see the typewriter here. When it cuts out, this is how it cuts out. So you have the keyboard that's open, as well as where you would slip the paper into. I wanted to figure out a way to make a background so that this isn't open on the back. I cut this in, this was layer 1. I cut it again in this paper for the top. I cut a piece of blue paper for the keyboard, and I did use glossy accents on it. Then I slipped in this paper. The keyboard was still showing in the back, this part. And I didn't want that. I wanted to make this an embellishment that's super thick. I wanted to come up with a way to create like a blackout for the image. Let me show you what I did. This is what it cut out when I ran it through my Cuttlebug. This is how it cuts out. I'm not worried about this part because that's just the top layer. But when you cut it, this is how it cuts out of the machine. So I was left with this. So what I'm going to do, okay, I have put the paper that I cut out the image, this right here. This is the paper that was left behind, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it through my scan and cut. I'm gonna scan it in, direct cut. And here's what it pulls up on the screen, and I'm just going to make it smaller because I don't need the top and I don't want it to recognize anything else on the mat. I think I got it all in there. And then I'm gonna hit okay. It's perfectly scanned the typewriter. I'm going to hit okay. It's going to give me this little option, which adds a little bit of a border around. So I'm just going to do 1 millimeter around there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this paper because this was just my scrap test paper. I'm going to lay down the paper that I want to be on my background, and I'm going to go ahead and just use some thick brown cardstock, and I'm going to line the paper up where I can do, I'm hoping to do 4. So I have this one on the top left. Hit okay, and then we're going to hit cut. Finish cutting, hit okay. What I'm going to do is peel this one off, and I'm going to flip the paper and line it up on the other side, and we're going to cut it again. Cut. All right. Cut great. Now I have 2. Now I'm going to turn the paper over again. Cut another one. Flip it again. Okay, there we go. So now I have 4 backgrounds for this typewriter. Okay, so here is my background. Here is what it originally cut out. And this should have just a slight border because I selected the 1 millimeter around it. And that's my background. And I was able to cut 4 of them out of 1 sheet of paper right here. So what I will do now is I will keep this template with this die. Anytime I am going to cut this die, I will do a rescan and select the color of my background paper so that I have a background. Here is my finished typewriter. Here's the background. I love it so much. I think it came out so cute. It's really thick and sturdy. Now that I figured out how to do these, I will be doing these on almost all these dies that have the cutouts in the middle of them. Super happy with how it came out. And that is my entry into hashtag Embellish with Us Wednesday. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and have a great day. Bye guys.